And this is the Esports Heaven FTP Division 1. It is XT up against Reason Gaming. If I go ahead and bring up the brackets, Reason Gaming just beat Action and XT have just beaten TA, not necessarily today, although I think XT's game was today. But for the lineups we do have XT, FRS, Demaya, Puri or Puri, as I always pronounce that incorrectly, and Provi. For Reason Gaming we have Noctis, Faz, DDK and Ziv, tagged up as the almost old school these days Cherubim, which was pretty much Noctis, DDK, Ziv and I think Faz as well anyway, before they joined Reason. But do we know the maps? Do we know the maps? Question mark. If you're not fancying Reason Gaming XT too much, I think Fnatic are playing on TB1. Who is that against, Trance? Against Bloodface, that's in the ESL EMS. That should be a pretty decent game, but you know, should listen to me. Just repeat the ball.
2 frags in 2 seconds.
Picking maps. Okay, so XT have removed OSP 6, Intervention, as that's known in Quake Live. Waiting now on Reason Gaming's pick. Of course, we'll narrow this down all the way to 3 maps, with 2 maps being played in a best of 3. Why is my LVL in aqua colour and yours is blue? So, and the other thing I want to say is, can people hear you on stream today? People can't hear you on stream. Okay, so I'll try and withhold myself from talking to myself. Okay, so XT have now removed DM14 Grim Dungeons, a map I would have liked to have seen. But when I first originally saw Reason Gaming trying to qualify for the ESL EMS, in fact, they were actually quite weak on that map. No Tivolt today either. Tivolt, technically their manager, but quite often plays for Reason Gaming. Rumours in fact that he will in fact be making a second team for DreamHack, with the first team of Reason Gaming perhaps changing somewhat to what we see here today, but that's well, yeah. Okay, so Dreadful Place, DP, XT picking. I'm just waiting for Reason Gaming to pick now. I wonder if this means Hidden Fortress DM20, whether that's not in the map. Can't say I'm too clued up with this tournament, guys. Stopped playing Quake Live, competitively at least, around 1-2 months ago, playing Team Fortress 2 at the moment, and I still do enjoy to commentate in the meantime. Okay, so Reason Gaming going to pick OSP DM5. Just to see what the third map would be, because I don't want to not know. Yay, bad password. Maximum number of non-premium guests reached. Probably. No, it doesn't want to work. Oh, it's working now. Yeah, password trans, because I decided to run about for a bit, so I executed my gamer config and then changed password. Maximum number of non-premium guests reached. Surely there's not 3 or 4 people on that server that aren't premium. For those that don't know, that are watching the stream, I don't actually have premium. It's not because I don't want premium. I in fact love premium, but my card is not accepted. Right, let me try and just reset it. Right. Now connecting to your match. Let's see if it's working now. What a ridiculous game sometimes. Alright, so for those that have just tuned in, as I said just earlier, it is XT up against Reason Gaming and the ESH FTP. XT is FRS, Demaya, Puri, Provi. Reason is Noctis, Faz, DDK, Ziv. First map, Dreadful Place. Second map, OSPDM 5, aka Deep Inside. And third map will be whatever else, I'm not quite sure. If we need one anyway. I'm probably going to have to sit on a Reason Gaming victory with that lineup anyway. But, you know, Puri, Pravi, Demaya and FRS have been playing together for a long time now, so it's going to be very, very close. I think, especially on this map, they could have a small advantage. Still going with Reason, but just waiting for Noctis now to ready up. This map, typically you'll see both teams try and fight over the red before one team will no doubt give it up to the opponent, not wanting to lose too many deaths, and then an early quad push is definitely required here, as well as maybe a mega health and a yellow time for the other team. Right now DDK has the red, switching over to Ziv, who's at quad at the moment. So the players, I'm gonna guess Reason have red. Having a look over there now. No, in fact actually people are very spread out at the moment. Fly around. Yeah, Noctis in there on his own, and finally DDK coming to support. And in come Reason all together now. But wow, I really don't know why DDK managed to let that happen. He should have been calling for his team, and now look, they're going to have a very good push on this quad. XT as Puro picks it up, only 51 HP, does have 76 now after that 25. Needs to find some armor though. One Railgun will shoot him down. In fact, a rocket to the face from Ziv will do exactly that. And now it's a rush back to this red armor. Puri's going to get a pretty bad spawn. I'm going to put CG Follow Killer on. And switching over to red now. Provi's in there for XT. Reason going to secure this room. Hopefully not going to move out too far. They need to get some, more than just one person in.
Blue leads. Teams are tied. Blue leads.
Because I'm not controlling the stream, guys, gonna try follow exactly what the streamer's watching right now on Ziv. See, in that red armor room, so this time Reason's gonna have to sit out, and they might as well do that as well until this next quad. Ziv's in a pretty good position, just looking off that doorway. In fact, I'm gonna just switch off. I want to fly around because it's kind of boring, really. Demaya, FRS, Puri trying to come through that doorway where Ziv is. Look at that, working out very nicely. Red still in XT's hands, just been picked up. Mega is being timed to the millisecond there. Noctis picking that one up. So yeah, as I said before the game. Quad in 25 seconds. Last RA picked up by Puri. Now they're going to be looking to make their way in. They don't want to leave it too long. See DDK rush in from the right hand side. FRS coming from where Ziv was holding earlier on. Ziv must have gone down. XT there with an LG, but in comes Faz as well from the back with an LG. Going to pick up a rocket kill there, Faz. It should be Reason Gaming's quad. Ziv picks it up, has 185 armor. That red is up on its spot. Can he get there in time? Noctis was saving that for him. Going to pick up the frag onto Demaya. Could probably push around here and secure the yellow / mega health area and pick up a lot of frags while his team wait in red. But actually, he's had fast push with him, which is interesting. Ziv just making his way all the way around the map, going to end up back in red armor, I think, which his team should have control. No, where the hell is Reason Gaming gone? They've just given up red armor. Still, Ziv just in here on his own, deathmatching. Gonna fly off him for a little bit and watch more of XT in red armor, see if they're gonna lock this down again. Most of them only with kept an eye Puri on this red along with Pravi. Looking around on the Reason Gaming side, you got DDK and Noctis holding the quad, and on Mega Health we've got Ziv. So looks like Reason gonna be complacent with just letting that one go. Well, there in comes Faz, and now XT have left red. Very, very messy game so far from both teams. Wow. XT letting Reason get hold of that red again. And yeah, that's exactly what Reason Gaming wanted to do. They wanted to get hold of that red armor. It is the most powerful part on the map if they can keep hold of it. As well as pushing out from their LGs. And now we're going to see the quad push in from Reason. Noctis there with DDK. Pick up the flag onto Puri. They're in good positions now, all with weapons. Should be a third quad here for Reason. Ziv again, we saw this earlier on from Ziv, didn't have any armor and was railable. There's 225s below. It's going to get taken out again, just like the air rocket earlier on. Watching Ziv off his spawn, picks up that shotgun frag and now looking to get hold of this red armor. Should be calling for his team that is free and empty. Instead, he's still the only one in here. It doesn't look like Reason Gaming want to push in and help. They're just going to be holding out. We see a rocket there from the LG. He managed to pick up one kill. Faz with that railgun, going to try and do what he can, but red did go to Puri, who we're watching at the moment. 35 to 20. Reason Gaming leading by 15. Rail controller as well, so XT doing a very good job on these reds, but I'm still surprised that they've let Gaming get this far ahead, you know. See another Reason Gaming pushing to this red armor, and this has happened so many times now. XT just pushing out a little too far, you know, get that railgun, why sit out there, Puri, fall back into red armor and make sure it's held. Every time they've done this, Reason Gaming were then able to pick up the last red before the quad and secure it for their team. There, Noctis picking it up. Can we switch on to Noctis, please, with that railgun? He's currently 100, and now pushing out to Mega, going to make their way into quad and set up for this. It's not there in the moment. He's still got a bit of time for his teammates to come, but that shotgun's coming in aggressive. We do know it's only 80 damage now, not the original 110. He still will go down though. Probably there to support, but DDK will come back in a little late perhaps, but here's this quad 5 seconds away. Ziv in there, Baz in there, DDK in there. Going to be another Reason Gaming quad, and XC just throwing this away very, very quickly. Faz stacked as well, 150, 100. He doesn't even need to take this red, he could just delegate it between his team. Come on, call for someone to come back. Instead he's going to push out very early. XT could get a spawner in there to pick up red armor. You guys can keep watching quad. I'm going to go fly back to red armor and see who got that last one. Yeah, it was XT actually, so Faz gave that red away. But he did manage to shut him down, but still, 100 armor wasted. 28 frags ahead now. See, pushing back into this red armor. Some routes coming out from the Reason players, like not letting them sit there for free. Ziv's in there with a rocket. Actually runs out of ammo. FRS out of ammo as well. Where's that shotgun? XT main on this red armor, but you know it's bound to happen sooner or later where Reason will come charging in. Just admire there now. So XT already pushing out. Puri's returned, as has Pravi. 4 people in here now. Hopefully they don't give it up again. But look at those deadly rails from Noctis. can't help but think XT's players just all positioning is a little bit sloppy perhaps as DDK, or Provi, sorry, goes down to DDK. Nevertheless, Puri did get that red, but he's out of weapons now after all of those deaths. Quad in 15 seconds. Reason Gaming this time not opting to push in, but just do the damage as XT push out unnecessarily. Noctis there with a rocket launcher by Quad. 2 of XT pushing through that entrance. Bit better push from XT. Reason Gaming could give this one up. Faz is there to save the day maybe. He's got that rocket launcher. Somehow gets shipped down in 39-14 for Puri. He can afford to take a rail shot now, like. Waits for this red. It was just taken though. And I think he's just been informed of that as he pushes out. Oh yeah, it wasn't a great quad there from Puri, but you know, couldn't really do too much about it. That red armor was just taken moments earlier. And it's not like CTF, of course, where you can drop quad for teammates. TDM, of course, if you die or you try and drop it, you'll just kill yourself. I think Issue should be joining me.
Hello,
Issue.
Excellent.
Welcome to my very terrible commentary. You can save me a little bit here on Dreadful Place if you get yourself on this server.
I'm on my way as you speak. Are we already in the game?
Yes, 67-37 so far. XT have been in control of this red for, well, I say control of this red. They've been trying to keep control of this red, but Reason Gaming have either pushed in as XT fall out, very messy, or they just seem to do damage and XT fall apart. And this is where this lead's built up from.
Yeah, it seems to me, although that XT is doing a great job at the moment, just holding the area tight, and with Quad being up rather early, you already see both teams rushing into the room, but XT positions himself very well as they move in rather early, and they have one FRS just standing high with a rocket and spamming, preventing Reason Gaming from just rushing in, and there's a Quad pickup. Shit. There it is. Puri is actually able to take it, and he has a massive stack to work with, and he even got the timing of the mega health, which can't really get any better, except maybe this frag. I don't know what he did there, why he switched to the... Did he switch to the combo? He was out of ammo. Okay, and now he shouldn't really stay in the red. Well, if he knew the timing, maybe he should have stayed, but moving out in that situation was maybe not a bad idea, but he didn't really get frag. However, red is secure, and that is a very big factor, as this is one of the key moves you will see. XT, like Puri, just took the red armor and then is moving out to the rail, just trying to secure it and trying to grab it, and that is very important, as the rail is a very strong weapon on this map and has to be controlled.
I mean, that's the first time as well, Issue, in this entire game that somebody with the quad has then pushed out from red armor and had his teammate wait and secure the area. So far in this map, everybody that's had quad had then pushed out from red armor, and you know, the room then went to the other team, so yeah, finally nice to see some coordination.
Yeah, I've just previously played against 16, and they really have good teamwork. I mean, even if they're out of control of the red room, they usually move the other way, like don't go the direct way, but attack via the shotgun maybe, you know, they basically just go around you and attack you from behind, which you can do so well on this map. As obviously, you know, red armor sort of reminds me of DN7 in terms of openness and how you can attack it and assess it. But the red itself on its platform really has a, like, when you want to like get it, you usually take a lot of damage if you want to attack it, because it's, you know, on that pillar, and obviously getting there is kind of a hard task if someone is standing there raining down rockets on you. Anyway, quad has been picked up.
Provi actually went huge there to secure the quad for FRS as he makes his way on the run, picking up 3 frags, finally gonna actually puts that in he tries to kill DDK. Hopefully his team
should get maybe 2 kills, but you should be really careful to jump up there, because there was a railer, so backing off in that situation was really smart of him. And here you go. There's one good frag, but should he maybe even get the other one here? And he's trying to chase. This could, like chasing on this map, you should really be careful, as there are so many corners and it's not that open. So chasing someone can end very badly if you just eat a rocket or just, yeah, get a pummel in your face.
Yeah, and I'm seeing small mistakes still from XT, you know, during that quad run, all of it, the rest of XT was split up. And, you know, I suppose you can hope for spawn kills if your quad actually gets frags, but we saw 2 XT players there just die unnecessarily whilst the quad was up and running around, just because they were on their own against 2 of the Reason players. And, you know, you really need to just group up together.
Yeah, and given the fact that XT just looked for that mega health, tells me that he doesn't entirely know the timing. So otherwise there was like no need to go there, because just getting the shotgun is not really, you know, it's not worth it. Of course you can go for it when there's nobody there, but he just looked at the mega health and it wasn't, you know, at its place. So I assume they don't have the mega health timing, which is now a big deal as XT are out of control. So they have at least, they still have to get the mega health and the yellow to actually remain some resources. Anyway, XT is already very early at the quad. They're doing a great job here, just defending with the rockets. Provi is going down, and Sif trying to move his way in now, hitting a good rail. But who will be able to take the quad? Actually, Puri.
He's pretty
Puri
stacked
takes
as well.
it. Yeah, he has a really good stack. He's gonna kill Zuf here, who actually had a big stack. Wow, he took a lot of beating from that shaft. But still, Puri is in a really good shape here. Should really move out and get a few more kills. Is he lagging?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be annoying. The Noctis, of course, hitting that rail nonetheless, so shutting him down. And I have to say, during that quadrant, those shards, you know, if you pick up quad and you have no armor, as I say, 80 damage, 1 railgun will kill you. So any armor you can pick up, even 5 from 1 shard, is worth it. And that was a very nice move of the quad at first.
It definitely can make the difference. And see how Noctis positioned himself? Like, he didn't jump onto the red armor because he knew from this, like, if I position myself this way, I can deal out the most damage, and I always can retreat. So actually that was a really smart choice of him, just playing, you know, the distance game with a railgun. But unfortunately he just got fragged with Demaya, who really should try to get that, to deny that rail. I don't know why he went in so defensively, as I think the spawner only had a machine gun. Obviously you don't want to, you know, give weapons away to the opponent unnecessarily. And look at that, Noctis actually probably, well, I assume he had sort of a timing on the red armor, so that's why he jumped on it. But didn't quite work out for him.
One more red before the quad. In fact, the last red would be very risky given quad is spawning just a few seconds afterwards. So you're probably going to see a push into quad now, and a red will be available for one of the spawners that does die. Only 14 seconds remaining now. There's an LG in there from FRS. DDK and Noctis probably will go down here, as Puri will be there to support with a rocket launcher.
And I'm still specking Turf, who's actually just taking the mega health bar. He will be late for the quad. I don't know why he didn't, you know, just go for it. Because setting up for quad at this map is very important. You can't rush into the room rather late, because you can block the entrances so well with rockets and whatnot. So that was really a mistake from Reason's part, and that's maybe why they lost out on that quad. And XT, on the other hand, now are able to control the red room.
Comeback is coming slowly as well, right? 104 to 98, that 28 frag difference is slowly, but surely coming back. It's all going to be about this last quad issue.
Yeah, definitely. There's a very exciting match here, and Puri hitting a few flick rails. And this looks very promising for XT, as they're still able to hold their red armor room tight. Red is up for grabs. And Puri still trying to defend this red armor room, hitting a very crucial rail. And there's another one, Sif falling down. And now it is up to him to get this room under control, and so far he's doing really well.
That weaker shotgun, they're not doing too many favours as he goes down. Puri able to pick up the frag and that shotgun. Not just pretty weak as well here, despite picking up that red.
And Noctis will be able to take the next rail. No, he gets pushed away by that shaft and actually eventually railed. And FRS looks really solid at the moment. Actually, he's got the trifecta. He's got the rocket, he's got the rail, and he's got the shaft. All the weapons you need to play, yeah, the way you want to.
Yeah, and on this quad, if Reason don't get it, it's going to be essential they stack up together, because it's so easy to take down a quad when you're together, just rocketing doorways. But if you're on your own, this comeback from XT could certainly happen. But wow, what a pushing from XT. They may even get the quad as well.
Yeah, FRS should switch to rocket launcher if he's in close combat, but this quad will definitely go to XT. They have the room secured, but there comes TDK trying to steal the quad, but he's not getting it. And quad goes for Puri, and Puri has a massive stack and gets railed by Fast, but still enough health. You should really pick up that health. Yeah, there you go. Picking up the 25 green armor. There's a nice rail pushing in, and
Not just gifted in that frag, I'm not sure why he jumped.
Yeah, actually Puri should have just tried to get cover behind the wall, or behind the, the corner, and then switch out the shaft, because he had the railgun out, so he took unnecessary damage.
Yeah, and now I wanna see all of XT join up together. Not in Red Room. Red Room would actually be a more difficult place to defend from. Perhaps in the doorway where Puri is now, if we're watching him, this would be a good place to sit in and defend. There's a lot of doorways,
yeah.
a lot of like sort of bottleneck areas, and they're going to be able to hold on for these last 8 frags.
Well, this matchup is so close. Now it's 10 frags, but really that last quad really sealed the deal here for XT. Actually, who were not in control when I joined the server, so props to them. Getting the control back, setting up very early for quad, and just basically doing everything right in the latter part of the map, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, as I said, I kept saying XT was sort of fighting on their own, and towards the end of the game, in the middle of the game, they started to play more as a unit, especially in between, during, and after the quads. So, very nice play by XT.
Do you know the second map that we will be seeing?
It's your map, Issue. Deep Inside.
Deep Inside.
This is Reason's map choice, so XT actually winning their own map.
Yeah, actually, I just thought about it because we lost against XT on Dreadful Place, and I thought it's actually a really good idea to pick a new map as your home map, because it gives you such a big advantage if you train it a lot.
Yeah, especially a team like Reason Gaming, Quake 3 stars, I wouldn't say all of XT were Quake 3 stars. So, Reason Gaming here on OSPDM5, you would think have the slight advantage.
Yeah, XT basically is just the Quake 2 clan.
Yeah,
if you look at the players, well, they changed up Grubba, didn't they? Didn't
Grubba
just play?
I don't think so. No.
I thought Grubba played. No, Grubba plays for B-Face now. Oh, yeah. It's complicated.
It's always complicated when you talk about the Finns, though. Finns,
yeah.
I think once upon a time they all played for the same team, and now
now they just split up and just change as they want to. Yeah, but let's talk about the map. I mean, it's a bit more open, in comparison to Dreadful Place, and the rail area obviously is very important. The railgun per se is not, though. It helps you, to frag people from the distance, but quadrants will not use rail, or you won't attack areas with the rail, especially the red armor. You rather want to have the shaft is very important in this matchup, and also the rocket launcher. So if you compare stats, you don't see that many rail frags per se.
Yeah,
it's more rocket and shaft, and it used to be shotgun as well, but that has changed obviously.
Yeah, I mean, the railgun, typically you only use it at the rail area, and if you have it on the other side of the map, it's effectively more used as a plus-back weapon, from distance. You're not going to be fighting with it. And as you say, the shotgun changes now. All these pickup players that used to play pickups all day and just sit lower level with shotguns cannot do that anymore. And especially these quad attacks are less random when you see the people coming up the bounce pads with the shotguns hitting 110 damage. Just does not happen anymore. So that LG has suddenly come significantly more powerful, and as well, I think the red armor has become more powerful as a consequence now.
Definitely, and just grabbing the red armor and getting back to the rail, where you have really good positioning over your opponent, which is very, very key on this map as well, as when someone takes a jump pad or, you know, just wants to attack the rail, he will always be in disadvantage. So just having that red and the rocket launcher and the rail, you know, nearby is such a big deal.
Yeah, I'm hoping as well one team might be timing bottom yellow and also the LG.
Yeah.
We'll see how this one goes as we kick it off. Same lineups as last map. SC, FRS, Demaya, Puri, Provi, Reason Gaming, Noctis, Faz, DDK, Ziv, again, ESH, FTP Division 1, live second map issue.
Yeah, and I'm specking Noctis right now, who hasn't been able to pick up a frag yet, but he's got the rail on the plasma gun, I'm pretty sure he's rather happy. Whatever he's doing right now, I think he's trying to get a shot over there, but Ziv is calling for a timeout.
Yeah, I was switching on someone and I think it was warping like hell, unless that was my internet connection. And that's the reason for timeout. Anyway, yeah, Spotify. I hate it. If you play Quake Live, you need premium Spotify so don't get the adverts. That is a fact. Because those adverts, even if you're muted and you're not playing, they seem to still load. So if anyone experienced lags in Quake Live and use Spotify, that's why.
Yep.
Here we are live again. Quad is going to spawn any time now.
Yeah.
Reason in position.
Noctis is doing a great job just prohibiting the other team from moving in from the red armor. And it looks like Reason Gaming has already set up, and the only problem they have, well, now they don't have a problem anymore because the quad was sort of not early, but like in mid-range, so to speak. But if you get like the second red and then move out, you can maybe steal the quad. But then again, Faz has been able to pick it up, and now picks up the second red, and now can just go nuts with the lovely shaft and ammo that the ammo and armor that he has.
And that's going to be a very nice kill as well. Demaya just picking up that LG, so now we 100% know that none of XT have an LG, and if they have, it's from earlier on. Look, there's XT's dropped as well, so now if Reason Gaming can keep control of that LG, now how is that going to affect them in a positive way?
Well, if they control the LG, they obviously can push rather easily for the rail, and also quad runs are so powerful with the LG. I mean, rockets, nah, not so much. Shotgun, okay, maybe. But shaft, really on this weapon, shaft on this map is really the best weapon you can have. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say.
Oh yeah, that sums it up nicely. Demaya is over by red at the moment, going to keep hold of that. LG should be spawning any second actually, so I'm going to go and have a flyer.
Yeah, and I'm on Faz right now. It looks to me that he's doing the lower, the higher yellow area. Just trying to gather that kind of resource, and whoever wants to attack via the jump pad or, you know, via the quad in general, he will be picked off by Faz or just damaged, you know, in the process. And he's timing the lower yellow as well, so excellent work by him. Just going into the water, timing both yellows, and now they're sort of apart in like 7 seconds in apart, and that will mean that he might even call out the timings or get the higher yellow once he's picked up this quad. So he does know the timing, and he looks really solid right now. I don't think anyone is going to steal this quad away from him. But he just heard the yellow armor being picked up. No intruder yet. Is he going to go for the lower yellow? Is he going to drop? Yes, he wants to drop, but FRS was up there, so he couldn't really risk the jump. And Demaya picking up that red armor as he died. Probably, that was actually the best situation Demaya could have wished for, really.
Yeah, and I think XT actually called earlier on for their entire team to sit out of quad, as Puri was set up on the middle level. Is actually timing LG as well, Puri.
Yeah, well done, well done. Well, you gotta do something when the other team is in control. And you really see Faz is basically, I don't know if anyone saw my video, but basically Faz is doing what I did. You know, just take a lot of resources, stack up for quad, take it and go nuts. And Faz will always be the guy that has a shaft, so, or at least should have one. So he's really the guy that should make the quad runs happening at the moment. And he's been delivering so far, if you ask me.
Yeah, for sure, and I keep going on about this LG, but FRS now taking it, so really XT do know the importance of that weapon, and if they keep this up, this 7 frag lead really means absolutely nothing, because XT obviously know how to play this map very well out of control.
Yeah. Would be actually nice to see, you know, stats in terms of who picks up how many weapons, you know, team-wise and also resources, but sadly ID haven't been able to implement that yet, but that really shows how a team plays, you know, in terms of resource management. Anyway, Reason Game is actually attacking the quad right now, and there's a big skirmish going on, and Noctis, meanwhile, you know, accomplishes a Twix, rather the bad kind though, as he kills one of his teammates as well.
He's got to be careful he doesn't drop this railgun as well. 18 to 1, you know, almost one shot is going to kill him with the exception of a machine gun. Probably drop it from one of his teammates.
Boy, he's hitting 60% rail, going down to Puri. Puri is moving in, but DDK is able to grab it. And he will get a shaft, the weapon of his desire. And where are the enemies?
DDK, of course, the CPM UK player. Very, very strong player in CPM.
And the red armor is up, but no enemy is nearby, so having a 10 frag advantage, well, it's not really like he's, you know, in a pickle or anything that he has to do frags, but having done those 2 frags, really he can call himself happy that he actually gets back in time to get the rail under control, and just moving out to the red and dealing out loads of damage. And given the fact that DDK took the first red, he obviously knows the second red, and well, he will share that one with one of his teammates.
Yeah, very, very good combination there by Reason Gaming.
That was rather funny. Looking down, who are you? What are you doing? DDK is still playing with whoever that was. Eventually got outsmarted though. And look at that, DDK, really, you can really see how Reason Gaming has like dedicated roles. You don't see Faz over here, you know, attacking or trying to get the red. You just see DDK, Noctis having the rail usually, staying at rail, just railing people. And whoever is left, namely Surf, is just, I think, just trying to stay alive here.
Look at this issue, Faz on 86, 150 now as he looks to attack quad from this bounce pad. It should be Reason Gaming, he's got people there to support him as well. Faz is definitely going to want this, pushing Ziv away. Well, I hope Faz takes it anyway, he's looking at that spot like he wants to.
And look at that, there's no way for XT to get in. And will the... yeah, actually Surf takes it, boy. I'm pretty sure he's going to go down here. No, 23 HP, the shotgun is not dealing out enough damage. So Tiff can call himself happy that he survived this push here. Red has been taken, so he... oh, and he gets pushed from the shaft.
Yeah, I'm very, very sad that Faz just wasn't a little bit more greedy and sitting further back and letting his teammate deal out the damage so he could take it with a stack quad. But at least they got it, and they denied it from XT, even if they didn't get too many frags.
Oh, beautiful rail, 54% for Noctis. And you really have been seeing him with a lot of rail usage here. And he's definitely using this weapon to its fullest potential on this map.
Yeah, same last map as well actually, he was using that railgun very nicely. To be his weapon of choice this match.
And I like this route very much that Noctis is taking, because that gives you like a, you know, a sneaky shot on the opponent. It also gives you the option to either get the mega health timing, because you hear if someone picks it up, or you could even steal the rail if you have a rocket launcher and just rocket jump up, take the rail and disappear via the mega health hole. So that was a little nifty trick that Noctis pulled off there. And even though... yeah?
40 seconds, sorry to interrupt the shoot.
No problem, mate.
You can carry on.
Yeah, Reason Gaming actually moving in, setting up for the quad here. Pushing away XT. XT prior had control of this area, but Reason Gaming just timing it perfectly. Obviously attacking before the quad spawns, making sure that they have everyone in place here. 10 seconds to the quad, Noctis having an easy task here, shafting FRS's armor away. But who's gonna grab the quad? What do you think?
Definitely Reason Gaming. Faz here finally getting his run. He wanted it last time, of course. Pretty low on HP. That rocket's
look
not going to
at
quite
that.
connect. 225 is going to pick up. Needs to make his way to red armor. It's on his spot. I don't think anyone's going to be met there because that's probably the worst place to stand if you're XT. But nevertheless, Demaya is there, taken out by Faz with this quad. Going to move back towards Rel. Probably should stay at red actually, given that he has teammates at Rel again, and just secure this area.
Red is not up for grabs, but you are right. There are a lot of spawns in the red armor area, so you know if you hover around there, go low. It's there. There are usually a lot of spawns you can grab, and obviously, really the first thing you want to do is when you grab the red is you want to go to when you grab the quad damages you want to go to red because that's usually where the enemy is hiding. But Faz is like really you can see that he's got so much armor that he can just annihilate everyone who's daring to get into his path.
Yeah, I mean now that shotgun's weaker, you don't really have to worry so much, do you? So it's definitely giving these players a lot more confidence to just get into people's faces.
Excellent.
Wow. Faz going absolutely mental here. And look at that timing, man. They've got everything.
Yep, even red armor has knocked his pick stat up. Probably the last one before quad as well.
Wow.
We can't really wait for another one, so really stepping it up this one. They need, of course, to win this one to take it to a third.
And look at that, Faz just gets shot at by 2 people, but he still has got a massive stack and should just defend plus back, plus, spam plasma and just survive this push here. And that just shows, he was attacked by the shotgun and really shows how important it is to have the rail, the shaft and the rocket under control when you attack an enemy.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say where the hell is Noctis nowhere near quad, but it doesn't matter. The 3 Reason Gaming players, they're picking up a lot of frags between the last quad. We're able to secure that on our own.
Yeah, and look at that. First thing Surf does is gonna go for the red. It is up for him, no problem. The only thing he has to do now is find a few frags, maybe gather some good weapons and get back to wherever the hell he came from.
I just got
And
the
that
entire
would be
map
the
locked
rail.
down.
Yeah.
8 minutes left issue. I mean, if you were in XT's position now and you were calling the tactics, what would you say XT need to do?
Well, the problem is, or the good thing is about Reason Gaming is that they extend themselves, okay? They have a lot of resources because they extend themselves. They don't play the railgun position, to its fullest, they extend. So we used to play against Fnatic, or was it 4K? And 4K likes to just to stay at the rail. And that gives you advantage to gather a lot of resources when the other team does that, and then you can come back. But the way Reason Gaming plays this, it's really hard to come back because they basically control every resource, all the resources. So this is really hard for Team XT to come back. And even though they're trying to defend this red armor here, they have a lot of casualties in the process.
Yeah, so do you think that they have to, rather than attack with 2 people to this red, they really need to commit 4, maybe straight after a quad, after this just run out, and then really push into one area?
Yeah, this could work, but really what they need is, along with a really good team coordination, is also weaponry. So you can't cess with a machine gun. It's not going to help you. So when you do that, you really have to make sure that your teammates have weapons as well. Look at that. XT is just attacking individually, taking a jump pad, and is just eating loads of damage. And wow. Got shot by FRS though, denying that quad to be even more detrimental than it already was.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the LG uses from every player on this map. You can tell this isn't the OSPDM 5 that was played around about 3 weeks ago. This is definitely the old Quake 3 OSPDM 5 that we've missed so much since the shotgun became the weapon of choice for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. It's sort of like I would say 2 tiers. There's like the first tier is rocket, rail, and the shaft, and the second tier would be shotgun, plasma, nades, and machine gun. So, it's just really a clear separation now between these weapons, and really, I'd rather have a shaft than no armor than a shotgun and 100 armor.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you. Are you happy with the changes right now, or would you like to see the shotgun maybe buffed a little bit? Because of course, in CTF and 1v1 it's still 100 damage as opposed to 110, whereas in TDM it is 80. So
I really think that 80, well, personally I think 80 is not enough. You know, a lot of people beg to differ, but having, you know, different damage outputs of weapons in, you know, game types or game modes, I think that's not really the best way to do it. So I think just level it up to 100 damage, you know, in TDM as well, and it's okay. I mean, the big change really is the spread of the shotgun. That's what's making a lot of difference as well, because it's not as easy as to, you know, hit the opponent as it was before. But as I speak, Reason Gaming is setting up for the quad here.
DK Ziv there at the moment. Noctis as well with a railgun, I think that is. It could be Faz. Yeah, it is Faz, my bad. Quad's going to spawn. DDK wants it, but Faz going to take it in front of his face. Looking to push out to red. Doesn't have any armor or enough health to go too aggressively. You never know who's got a railgun on this map with all the deaths that seem to happen. 225 trying to pick up. Now he can afford to take a railgun, but he's still going to be very risky to come into red, so I think he's going to stick out of there and just wait for something better. We actually had the armor behind him, but he was already set in his ways.
Very clever play. He wasn't too greedy, you know, he could have just opted to go for the red. Rather, he just wanted to gather health and make sure that he actually stays alive during that quad run. And
kept the railgun, which is very important, I guess, as he's been hitting quite a lot. I say that and he misses.
Yeah. But really, 4.5 minutes left. This not gonna happen for Team XT.
Yeah, it will be a third map then. I know OSP DM6 was eliminated, and what else? DM14 was eliminated, so I'm not sure what the ESH
So we
map
might
pool
see Purgatory, or DM20 is not in the map pool, is it?
I guess it's no, I don't think it was. I'm going to guess it's Purgatory then for the her map, and that's actually going to suit XT more than any of the others.
I'm pretty sure it will. Also, it's a sort of a nice contrast to the, you know, maps we've just seen. So, like, we've got everything basically.
First map with 2 power-ups, of course, Battlesuit and Quad tonight. So,
yeah, definitely. And Reason Gaming just has such a superior positioning. You can just see that XT, really, even with weapons at the moment. Well, you know, some of them had weapons, but even with weapons, they can't really do much because they just position themselves so well. Yep. It's really hard to, get through that, and that's a nice trick as well. Just jump down. That will give Team Reason Gaming a bit of time. It surprises the opponent and just gives DDK, basically just an easy grab for the quad here. Oh, I just love the timing. It's excellent teamwork here. DDK, his stack is just so big. He's got everything he needs. The only thing that he can't find is the enemy. That's the downside, really. And I love how he circles back, like he doesn't stay at the red alone, or he's, you know, hovering at the shaft and waiting for it to, you know, respawn. He's just making sure that all the, that the important rooms or areas are secure, namely red and rail.
Dagger was taken by Noctis there, who I'm watching at the moment. But yeah, very, very, very comfortable win for Reason Gaming. What do I want to ask you? I mean, the game, this map is pretty much over. We could talk about it all we want, but it is kind of futile at the moment as we wait for the third map. So let's talk a little bit about DreamHack that's coming soon. We've heard that Tybalt may not be playing for Reason Gaming, as I mentioned earlier, which leads me to believe there might be a second team. But what I want to ask you is, are you planning to play TDM at DreamHack?
Actually, I really want to, but first of all, I have to try to sort out the team. I already have an idea. Like, I've talked to a few German players, and I'm trying to, you know, sort out something.
Yep.
But it's really vague at the moment, and I don't really want to, you know, call out names because, you know, that's not at this stage. But I'm trying to. I'm really working on it, on getting a team together, because I mean, I will be there, you know, as far as I know at the moment. So as I will be there, might as well just play, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
There will still be enough time to commentate and do whatever I want to. But yeah, I think this will be a great event, and I think that's actually exactly what Quake Live needed at the moment, because you can see the pickup just filling up with players all the time, and it's just lovely. Just
I mean, Draven's done a great job with that pickup, hasn't he?
Definitely. That's really what we needed, and it was really, you know, time-wise, it was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, tdmpickup.eu is their website. TDM pickup on QuakeNet without the .eu, I think. Actually, does it have the .eu? Hang on.
No, it's just TDM pickup, I think.
Yeah, just TDM pickup. But yeah, there's a built-in IRC client on that site, so if you do want to play TDM, guys, make sure, I wouldn't say make sure you have a premium account, people can invite you, but obviously if there's more than 3 non-premium users added to the pickup, then it gets very difficult. So if you're planning to play some TDM with friends and you can't find any perhaps, you know, low, mid, high skill games, just add it for the pickup, give it a go. And,
yeah, and earlier I just actually played with ESH Reload, I played with Krysa, and you know, Long were some new players as well, so it was actually a really close map. And really, if you have good caps, if you know how good the players are, you still, even if you have a wide variety of player skills, you can still make a decent team, and it's not rape or, you know, boring as it is on public games.
Yeah.
So it's really fun, and it's definitely helped the community a lot so far.
Well, Reason Gaming taking that second map, 151 and 59, not quite breaking that 100 frag difference, but almost. But I think we're going on to Purgatory, as I think me and Ishu concluded earlier on. It's of my opinion, the next team may be stronger on here, given that.
Who do you think is stronger here? XT.
XT, I would say. You know, we've seen Noctis and Ziv and Faz hit so many rails and so good LG accuracy. You know, despite Faz's 29% LG, he's actually been hitting quite a lot. I think a lot of it was spam. But
good thing is though that the rail is sort of important.
Good for quad defense.
It is good for quad defense and, you know, attacking certain areas, but rocket is really the key weapon here. The higher area with the rocket and obviously the red and the shaft are really key areas that you want to have under control. And once the red spawns, you either want to have one in the window, making sure nobody just, you know, shoots down rockets and punishes you for taking the red. And also you really want to just you don't want to stay at the red, you know, for 25 seconds like you do on DM6. You really want to move out and do something with it. You know, be at the mega, try to move out to the higher yellow. These are really the areas that are of utmost importance. The rather boring side of the map, I think, is the second yellow. That is near the battlesuit. I really think that has, like, I'm pretty sure that the pickup time is pretty high on that item, like it stays available for a very long period, so the area with shotgun and the yellow is not so important. Really, everything that happens is at the red armor area.
Yeah, and actually as we say that, apparently there are more maps in the pool, it wasn't just 5, so not only am I done, but you're a little bit done too. And yeah, it's possibly this map. Yeah, this map CPM4, and I think they actually said DM20, so I'm hoping for a DM20, but we all know how much against it both Noctis and Tibble are, so I think they're going to remove 20. XT, I think, would be wise to remove CPM4, so I think we're going to be right anyway in seeing this one.
Yeah, would be lovely. I mean, I've really, like, in the beginning I was like, yeah, I don't really like this map, you know, I don't know what to do, like, out of control is really hard to get back. But really, once you've grasped the like, you know, important positionings on the map and how you have to play it when you don't have anything, it's really a lot of fun. Really, the rocket is so strong here, and you can have awesome quad and battlesuit runs on this map.
Yeah, and look, I was exactly right. XT removing CPM4, the Quake 3 map.
They hate it. They hate it. Puri hates it.
Who doesn't hate it? Apart from Reason Gaming.
Yeah, it doesn't really suit the Quake lifestyle, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, now the shotgun's been reduced. I think it played exactly like Quake 3, and that was just SLG for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that. It was sort of, it was just a bit stale.
It's mind-numbing the right word? It just...
Yeah, how about wanting to slit your wrists?
Yeah, kind of like that. I played it against Poland, you know, Aveg,
Yeah.
and all his friends. And they definitely, for 20 minutes, they just cessed the shaft. That was what the game, you know, was.
Yeah, and when a team does that, you have to do it as well because there's that red armor in there. So that's all it becomes. I mean, it's sort of like DM7 in that sense, where everyone says it's red, but I actually kind of like DM7 because you didn't have to worry about 3 different levels. But sorry to interrupt this year, we're going live here on the third map, Purgatory. 1-1, of course, XT winning. What the hell was the first map called?
Dreadful Place.
Dreadful Place. And winning last one. So here we are, same lineup, watching Provi.
Provi getting rewarded with that mega health and loads of shots, and there's actually, you know, the shots really boost you up, giving the fact that you take the mega health and the shots, it really gives you a mega health and a yellow, so this really will help out XT to defend the next red. They know the timing, Provi should drop down, just get it, spam shaft, while obviously the second red, the timing of the second red is known to everyone, basically. Yeah. So everyone is just going in, try to get it, and I think Noctis took it.
Yeah, and let me introduce quickly. We got Quad and Battlesuit coming. The thing is, they're both very late, so whoever dies at Quad, which is probably the main power up at the beginning of this map, will then spawn at Soup. So these are going to be very interesting to see who gets what.
Yeah. And Noctis Noctis has an epic pummel fight with a Battlesuit. But Quad goes down, and I don't know what's going on because
Noctis is still alive with the suit.
Okay, let's switch to Noctis. Noctis having a rocket launcher, still 15 seconds left. He can really do something if he wants to here, but he's moving rather slowly. I don't know what he's doing here, but picking up one frag and maybe another one. Hurry is probably not gonna go very far here, as he tried to plus back, but eventually got caught up by those rockets. Noctis fired in his way.
Yeah, I mean, on this map I've played it, you know, 7-8 times. I haven't really played too much of the new maps, but it seems to be the railgun along that long corridor from the railgun up the bounce pad and straight over towards upper red seems to be the main area to control, because obviously you can drop down to red armor, keep a good time, and not necessarily sit in that room for the entire game. And that's what both teams are going to be looking to do, I think.
It just gives you like this, you know, positionary advantage that you really need on this map, because you can just, even if you don't really have the, if you can't really afford to drop down for the red, you can still do tons of damage with a rocket. So that's really what you should opt to. And obviously, having a rail where the grenade launcher is, you can basically, can nearly see the entire map. So you can really cover a huge area. And hitting a lot of free rails. And XT is really having good timing on the items here. I'm specking Provi right now. Are you as well?
I am specking pretty much anybody clicking through. I'm sure the stream is watching Provi.
Yeah, I'm specking Provi, who's trying to kill Noctis here. Maybe you should aim for the feet next time.
Yeah, here we go. There's actually a bit of a super push here going. Zip with the railgun, a couple of XT plays, another one off the spawn as well.
Beautiful shots here, but he still has to kill Provi, which will take a while with that lovely shotgun. Meanwhile, Demeyer's taking up the power up, and Noctis is going for the Noctis going for the quad. Has a shaft. So he probably can't wait to the fight for the Battlesuit, and he just saw it at the red through that through that, I don't know what it is, through that floor basically. And it's really interesting to see Demaya still standing there, and Noctis is going in, but he's not winning this fight here. And really, I didn't know why Demaya positioned himself so open. You know, you really could have ended dead in that situation, but you really had a big stack. I think that's why he survived.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, the thing I'm most confused about here on this map issue is that, especially now Shotgun's been nerfed, the way this map works is just there's so many corners that you can just stand behind, and I really don't understand why every team commits most players to quad. I mean, last Battlesuit we saw a few people there, but generally most teams commit for quad, and I can't see a way for the quad to move around the map safely here. Surely the suit must be better.
I think, you know, my opinion as well is that the suit is better here, but if the time difference is not too big, you know, you can also go for the quad because you will always meet, like basically here where DDK is right now. That's where you will meet, and if you're faster, you can basically just deny the entrance, you know, now of the battlesuit, because you can't really go there. You just spam rockets and you stay there on mid distance with a shaft. You can't really do anything and push you in. So it really depends on the situation. But you know, in general, I'd go really with a battlesuit.
Yeah, that was very good, valid points. And I suppose as well, you can't really give the quad up for free, so you do have to commit people to both.
Yeah, you sort of have to commit them to both. Oh! The lava takes its toll. Demaya's going down. 1-0 for lava. Surf is taking it. Well, he's low on rockets, so this could be a problem for him. However, XT getting railed. And
Oh my god.
He failed. Did you see? Did you see his movement? It sort of like failed in mid-jump.
You would probably say that's the worst circle jump you've ever seen, but I think he was a bit hindered by the little step.
Yeah, it's sort of like trapped, so to speak.
Yeah, watching Suit though at the moment.
And Ziv's like,
gonna run out.
Yeah, Ziv, if he had, you know, quad with that weaponry and the stack he had, he would have really been better off. Anyway, he's moving back, getting some armor. Really, it's the map is really interesting in its design. It's like a lot of how, you know, everything is just connected very tightly, but still gives you, you know, enough room to use all the weapons like rail and shaft and whatnot.
Now, I mean, I know it's been a long time since they made the suit take self-damage on rocket jumps, but I would really like to see this map played with suit and no self-damage. I could see a lot of rocket jumps to get across the map very quickly, and
that's actually a good point. That would really, you know, just increase the game a lot, but it would also mean that the battlesuit is also a lot stronger than it is now. So you really have to take into account the fact that the quad only has, you know, multiplied 3 damage. So altering the battlesuit, really in return, you need to alter the quad as well. So, and I think that's really a challenge. And I'm not an expert, but I can't really say if this right now what we have is the best solution. I can't really tell.
I mean, I'm in favour of more damage, so I kind of love a 4x quad and no self-damage battlesuit. But then again, you know, it could just completely ruin the game, so we'll have to see. Either way, we hope it's not exactly tested in official games, and if it were to make a change like that again, as they did the 3 times, they'd actually do it at the end of most seasons, because I'm sure it's annoying for the players. But battlesuit was picked up by Provi. Quad again by Noctis. Noctis seems to be the quad guy, whereas the battlesuit's ready for XC. Let's see what he can do. He has that LG. Not too much ammo of it though, so if he needs the
And I think the battlesuit dived down. Yeah, it dived down to the mega health, trying to attack the red from a rather awkward angle.
Oh my god.
And really, I don't know why the battlesuit dropped down, because if it had positioned himself in the red armor room, I think it would have had, you know, a better edge over Noctis here. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, exceptional plasma from Noctis there.
Definitely, he hit like, what, 10 shots?
Yeah, 10 out of 10, I think.
Yeah, it was really lovely. And you saw that he aimed on the floor, not directly on the, you know, model, so to speak. Yeah, that's really how you have to aim with a weapon. And FRS is able to take it, and the flag difference actually is really, you know, your predictions or estimations in terms of map outcome hold true as Team XT is extending its lead.
Wow.
No,
Reason
Gaming, sorry, I was confused by the score. Yet again, lovely issue moment, being confused as he is.
Yeah, I mean, just nothing really happening with the battlesuit for XT, and they got to change that.
Yeah. But you see that the difference between both of the power-ups, you know, is not that big, and you don't also, in comparison to the M14, you probably won't see, you know, just delaying the power-up. I don't think it really works out that well on this map, to be honest, because it's really hard to control both power-ups at the same time. So really, I don't think either of the teams can afford to delay it. Maybe that would be one way, you know, into the game for Team XT. You know,
yeah, something they're going to have to decide on if there's sort of 3-4 minutes remaining and there's only 2 powers. But Demaya has picked up the battlesuit quad straight away by FRS. Double power up actually here for
And
XC.
he needs a weapon. He needs a weapon. Jesus, give him a weapon. He only has a rocket launcher, and I saw him desperately looking for an alternative there. At one of his mates, and he really has to place this. Oh, there's a rocket, but god damn it.
Yeah, I mean the problem he had there, someone was railing down onto FRS as he had the quad, so he had to get out of there, and then of course he was in a bottleneck area, but watching Demire at the moment, gonna run out of suit.
Yeah.
They have got red, sort of. I know Ziv there with the LG, picking up that red, 88-74 now for him. Pretty stacked, and that lead is still 22 frags, so Reason holding on.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see that Zerf is just holding on to that red armor room. He's not really moving out. I find that very interesting. And really, look at how they position themselves. One is high in the balcony, so that nobody spams in. Two are low. Maybe one just came from the mega health and just picked it up. Timers would even work, but it's just their positioning is really lovely in terms of when the big items appear. So, very organized team, if you ask me.
Yeah, for sure, Tybalt whipping them into shape, certainly. Team manager.
The manager of Reason Gaming, yeah. I heard. Mega has been picked up. Zerf knows the timing, but red armor really... I mean, mega health is nice and all, but red is still superior over the mega health, if you ask me.
Here we go, 15 seconds till suit, 20 until quad. Around about 4 or 5 second difference now, still not enough for
nice
the
rails
quad to
for
run over to suit. Yeah, nice rails there from Noctis. Reason Gaming obviously going to set up for quad again. I'm going to guess there's probably 1 or 2 players over for XT by suit. Yeah, there's Demaya going to pick it up.
And look at that. They will meet at the show point, namely the nades. And now it's actually wrong range. And Noctis is hitting 2 rails. And this is crazy, boy. He's running out of rails. And now slowly he's moving in. And Demaya, look at this. Look at this. Demaya has to back off. And he really... In this case, because he didn't have his shaft, he had the worst positioning, you know, in terms of... Like, he just had a... His positioning was worse than Noctis's, if you put it that way. And that's really, you know, if you have a shaft and a quad, you can just push away the battle suit.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, wow, grenade from Noctis.
Ouch.
At the end of the day, if you've got a battle suit and the quad is trying to rail you, I mean, if I was Demaya, I would have rocket jumped off the wall to get a quick entrance onto that quad. I mean, I know he would take a little bit of splash, but you'd also get straight in the face of that quad. And just a bit more aggression, maybe, and a bit more random movements from XT on these suits, and they could get away.
I agree on that part. That really, I mean, if you have a reasonable stack, you can really afford to play a bit more aggressive and just. I mean, the advantage of the battlesuit is in close combat. I mean, on mid range versus a quad, you're screwed. But in mid range and close range with the rockets, you can just go nuts and do so much damage.
I mean, on one hand you're doing the damage and not taking less, but on the other hand the quad's going to also hit himself with splash damage, and I mean the quad splash damage is a lot. So,
it's ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think just need to get more in the face. I mean, we saw XT do that earlier on against Noctis in red, but that was a very slow push and not enough aggression in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm in Zerf at the moment, and really not much going on in this area of the map. You can't see there's like not much going on. It's like nobody's here. So really, the only thing White Zerf is here is just setting up for the battle suit, and he just grabs it, taking the 50 HP bubble, and going in straight for the quad, be as quickly as he can. But,
2 Reason quad.
Yeah.
Power-ups.
2 power-ups for Team Reason. That's really not gonna look good on the resume of XT if they keep on going like this. And Redis will be up for grabs very soon, and I'm pretty sure Faz knows the timing, but he may not know it after all. Red is actually still up, and Faz is rather, occupied with gathering frags. And I love the fact that he spammed the rocket there because he knew the spawn point. So that's what I like to see with these players.
A little optimistic though. He spammed it so far forward that the XT player would have had to have been Superman to spawn and then run into it. But yeah, definitely right idea.
And Faz should really get, as he can't really attack this area, he should have gotten shaft ammo, which is in the window. Dude, get the shaft ammo. Doesn't he know that it's shaft ammo? Never mind.
I don't think he wants it.
I don't think he knows. I think he's never been there.
Well, just spawned actually. Demaya were able to get it.
Ooh,
Reason
close.
Gamers come in with gauntlets.
Yeah. Whoops.
Of course, 10 full damage from that height. It's either 5 or 10 depending on how high you're on the map, and of course if you have no armor. If you have armor, it's a little bit less.
Yeah, you just crater. Yeah, Demaya not really having anything here. Only thing that he has is positioning, but Noctis has a rocket launcher, so good luck with that. Anyway,
Power-ups.
Power-ups are up soon-ish. I'm specking Noctis right now, who's probably gonna wait for the Mega Health and then go for the quad, but I think he's gonna rethink that strategy as XT just moved in. And look at that, XT Puri making an aggressive rocket jump, and now look at this. Now there's the difference. Because now he has got the positioning over Zuf, and he frags it. Very well done, Puri.
This is the last moment. You have to start bringing it back now because it isn't going to happen with just one set of power-ups left or two, so...
I think if Puri had a better connection, we would maybe see more of him. I think he's really struggling here. If you are, you know, look at that. It looks like, I don't know, packet
Well, you
loss
say
or
that he
something.
does have 30 ping, and you know there are connections such as mine where you know you warp all over the place to other people, but you know as aiming at them, it's still not. I mean, it's a little bit harder, but it's still it sometimes offers you an advantage, and you're never going to know without asking him. He is putting together some nice rounds, and this is the sort of play
Yes.
we need to see from XT.
But really, having like this rocket launcher, I don't know how much he spams, but really, if you know, comparison-wise, in terms of stats, you hardly ever have a rocket launcher below 50% because there's so many easy shots on the enemy, and there's so many rocket fights that really, you know, in that battlesuit fight, you could see that he was not really hitting the best rocket launcher accuracies, if you will. But yeah, nonetheless, it's still 34 frags.
2 power-ups left. Two
Two
sets of
power-ups left,
power-ups. So 15 in each. Not exactly doable, but you know 10 in each plus 5 spawn frags in each, and you're looking at a comeback, I think.
Yeah, and Puri is already setting up, and if he can... the yellows aren't up for him. I don't know if he knows, but he's definitely positioned for the next battlesuit, and if he gets it, he's probably gonna do the same thing he just did. And first of all, he has to try defend the push against Noctis, but falling in the lava, and Noctis is just sending a rocket down his throat and
This is
saying,
smart.
"You're not gonna get out of there." And wow, Puri is probably not happy with that outcome.
I mean, quad damage definitely going to be used for a comeback, but battlesuit definitely the power up to defend with, and I mean, Reason Gaming got to be feeling pretty comfortable now. They picked that up for free. Provi with no armor either, just picking up a few shards up to 36 now. Looking for a railgun, but you know he doesn't have that LG. He has a shotgun, which is practically useless in most situations now, unless you're point blank. And it has a railgun. And
Look at that.
Look at it.
Two can't get up the stairs there. And he had a really big stack, but he didn't make use of it, and I found that rather disappointing, given the fact, you know, he knows that in terms of frags they're behind, so he has to play a bit more aggressive, take more risks, you know. But he just didn't, and I think that is a bit mistaken. He may have been able to get more out of this squad run.
Yeah, I mean, with 2 minutes left and 33 frags, 34 frags to pick up, 33 again, oh my god.
Yeah. Look at the rocket though. The rocket in the lower corridors is so strong, and it just gives you so much. I don't know. You can just push away your opponent, and you can prohibit him from entering rooms and whatnot, and it is really strong here on
I mean,
Purgatory.
it's looking like a Reason Gaming win now. Sorry to interrupt. I think the one thing I'm going to say out of this game is that shotgun. I like the idea that it's weaker, but from what I can see, I just think it's too weak, and maybe we need to work a little bit on this behind the scenes and come up with a better value, because I don't know, I just think it's been a little bit hard done by here, XT, on some of these shots.
I think you should still able to use the shotgun with the quad, you know.
Yeah.
I
like the spread.
I love the spread as well, because that means you can't, you know, just spam it in mid-range. You have to get close, but still, I mean, given the fact that shotgun should have high damage and should be really hard to aim with. That point, you know, and that it's really hard to aim with at the moment. But its damage should be adjusted.
Definitely with you, but it is going to be here. Reason Gaming 2-1 victory as we play out this last 30 seconds and the remaining 10 on this quad. I'm going to bring up the brackets to see who they will be playing next, potentially.
Now look at that, 2 shots on mid-range. He's not going to be able to kill the opponent. It's unfortunate, if you will. And 43 frags in 12 seconds, I've never seen that before, so GG for Reason Gaming.
Yeah, I'm going to end 150 ... 51 to 111. So yeah, congratulations to Reason Gaming. Oh damn. Shut up, Trance in the background. They will go on to play either Four Kings or Rage Gaming. Rage Gaming, of course, featuring the, well, arguably new player in the scene since Quake Live anyway, at least. Juvenile, been consistently hitting over plus 5k, plus 6k damage against 4k in recent games. So, yeah, I'm going to be interested to see that 4 Rage Gaming game to see who plays Reason.
Definitely, definitely. Also, I think everything is possible in terms of maps. I think it really just doesn't come down to the players, it's more the maps that will be played. Because both teams have really strong maps, and it's just going to be who's going to, you know, kick what map first. And I think it's going to be, you know, not 2 maps. It's going to be more, definitely.
Yeah, as we were talking about DreamHack earlier as well, just to go back to these teams, 4K on their roster, looking at it now, they got 8 players, so I think we're definitely going to see 2 forms of 4K at DreamHack if they're going to send anyone.
There will be a lot of tiers and new team formations, and you know,
sure.
it will be crazy. I'm pretty sure. At the end, yeah. we don't know who plays for whom.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I've been MVC, of course, with me, or sorry, main commentator today, I would say, has been Issue. Thanks for streaming.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll be back sometime soon, I guess. Good night.